This little episode, we're really talking about you in the job now. So we've tried to actually just take you through the entire process, just little snippets of information. And now you're in the job, and you want to keep that job to ensure that you're marketable and that when you're ready to move again. So some questions to ponder along the way and some suggestions here. How much time have you learned in the first few months that you've been there? Have you created the right networks to obtain relevant information? Do you have an idea what the company's expectations are? Or are you still hanging around in the learner space? Do you have a view of the career pathing strategy in your department? Now this obviously comes through in terms of what type of person you are. Any one of the first 2, 3 that we've made reference to, then that's potentially not something you're even interested in. Do you know what the above average levels of performance are you need to be striving for? Do you have a list, at least a short to medium term goal within your current department? Are you staying current with industry specific information? This is really keeping abreast of changes. What skills have you learned in the first 6 months? Do you have a mentor or coach to bounce things off when you get stuck? I believe most people need a coach and or a mentor. The world has changed so significantly with too many factors that influence how we behave out there. Do you have a personal development plan, regardless of whether the company has given you one? Have you integrated with the team? Or are you sitting isolated? You haven't actually made any friends. How much insight do you have about your own emotional intelligence? This is critical workplace survival skills. I cannot emphasize that enough. Probably and oftentimes more than your academic skills and knowledge. Are you evaluating regularly and in terms of your alignment to your goal that you set out to achieve? What verbal or non-verbal feedback are you getting from your managers and peers? Are you creating magic for the client with your delivery? Or have you stayed in a maintenance role, just doing what you think they're expecting? Are you able to adjust to the ambiguity, change, and uncomfortable situations in a professional manner? E.g., challenging constructively and accepting the limitations of your current reality. Some questions to ponder. There's many more considerations to stay ahead of the game, e.g. the current culture, leadership styles, realism, conflict handling, etc., etc. However, motion up and out will depend on what informs your serious level of discomfort and readiness to leave. Some stay and tolerate. Others move on to the next venture. A closing thought is really to deal with the stimulus that necessitated a change rather than run away from it, as it will repeat itself until resolved.